Good morning, everybody, and welcome to News Now right here on Fox 10 Extra. My name is Pilar Arias. I am your host for the day. We're starting things off a little differently. We are live on the Senate floor where Senator John Cornyn from Texas, he is a Republican, they're all just kind of speaking ahead of whether or not there will exactly be a budget deal. We learned that Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell says he will introduce a bill to fund the government through February 8th and avoid a partial shutdown. A lot of people are keeping a very close eye on Capitol Hill, and they are just kind of worried and want to make sure that the government is not going to at least partially shut down ahead of the holidays. So again, welcome to News Now. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Pilar Arias. Ron Hoon will be joining us in just a moment, but I'm going to get you all caught up with some of the day's top stories and headlines. This first one right here locally. Yeah, it turns out that they are looking for this woman. FBI officials say they are looking for an unidentified serial bank robbery suspect. They have named the Biddy Bandit. You heard that right, Biddy, B-I-D-D-Y Bandit. In a statement released just yesterday, FBI officials said the woman has been involved in 5 bank incidents, robbery incidents across the valley from August to December. In each of the incidents, officials say the woman entered the bank, approached a teller, and presented a robbery demand note. In at least 2 incidents, she fled the scene with a unknown amount of money. They always say you don't know how much exactly they got away with. Each bank, it kind of works a little bit differently for their protocols for robberies. I happen to have worked at a bank before as a teller, so that's how I know. The suspect being described as a white woman between 50 to 60 years old, weighing between 115 to 130 pounds. She has black hair and a light complexion and was last seen wearing a black wig, black sunglasses, a khaki baseball hat, a black short sleeve shirt, and long pants. She also carried a dark colored purse. She has also worn a white baseball hat, as you can see in this picture here, dark sunglasses, a dark tank top, and tan pants in the past. These pictures being shared to us from the FBI. The suspect, according to FBI officials, should be considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information should contact the FBI Phoenix Field Office by calling. Now, if you might want to get a pen and paper to write this down, that number is 623-466-1999. Again, 623-466-1999. You can also submit online tips at tips.fbi.gov. And if you happen to miss any of this information, just head on over to fox10phoenix.com. We do have all the info, including the phone number for Silent Witness, and that includes there is a line for Spanish speakers. They can leave anonymous tips as well by calling Testigo Silencio, their own special line for that as well. But again, the FBI is calling her the Biddy Bandit, and I know banks in the area are certainly on high alert. They want to make sure that this person does not harm anyone, whether they work at a bank or the general public. So keep a very close eye out if you've seen her. We've got all the info on our website where you can call and submit some information or even write it up online, believe it or not. All right, this next top story, local with a national connection. An Arizona man will serve more than 3 years in prison for threatening to kill President Donald Trump and other political figures. The U.S. Attorney's Office right here in the great state of Arizona said in a news release that 39-year-old Jared Hunter Schmidt of Kingman was sentenced on Monday to 37 months in federal prison. Prosecutors say Schmidt had a prior felony conviction upheld by the Nebraska Court of Appeals in April. He reacted by calling the court clerk's office over 2 days and leaving threatening voice messages. Those messages included threats to shoot the president, one of the court clerks, and other politicians. Schmidt was convicted by a jury in September of 2 counts of threatening a U.S. president and 2 counts of making interstate threatening communications. So very serious stuff here, especially when you're dealing with the president of the United States. It's just a no-no to make threats towards him or anyone else that is. Let's take a live look at our current weather conditions out here in the valley. This is live from our tower cam on South Mountain. It is just absolutely beautiful out there. This is my favorite time of the year when we get to brag to all of our friends in the Midwest and back east. Say, hey, come visit us in Arizona, Phoenix in particular, where the weather is just grand. And matter of fact, I remember hearing on one of our newscasts yesterday that Phoenix is actually like number 44 on the list of top places to spend Christmas. Well, to me, it's number 1 because I like the warmth and the sunshine, and you don't have to shovel the sunshine, right? It's absolutely gorgeous out there. And we're calling a warm up for the next 10 days. We're supposed to get all the way up to 73 degrees tomorrow, mid-70s, plenty of sunshine. Absolutely perfect. Well, until Ron can come join us here on set, let's listen to what Senator Cornyn has to say on the Senate floor live.
Was confirmed. But near-death experiences can make life all that much more sweet. And so the difficulties we faced together on the Kavanaugh nomination made his eventual confirmation all the more satisfying. Other highlights, the things I'll remember the most and most proud of, are the landmark bill we passed to combat human trafficking, the Justice for Victims of Human Trafficking Act. After 4 weeks on the Senate floor, thanks to Leader McConnell and his perseverance, that bill ultimately passed 99-0, and we should be very proud of that. Following the horrific shooting at Sutherland Springs, Texas, I introduced legislation to strengthen the gaps in the background check system for purchasing firearms. Those gaps had allowed a crazed shooter to cruelly take innocent lives one Sunday morning at a small Baptist church outside of San Antonio. After we came together in a bipartisan way to pass this bill, I returned to Sutherland Springs. Being with those families and the community and Pastor Frank Pomeroy, who he and his wife lost their daughter, letting them know we not only shared in their grieving, but we acted together to save lives by preventing future tragedies was one of the most gratifying moments I've experienced in the Senate. We couldn't wipe away their tears, but we could show the families that their loss had not been in vain. And we've done a lot more other things. While they didn't make the front page news, they will greatly impact the lives of Texans and all Americans. We helped America become an energy powerhouse that we knew it could be, creating jobs along the way, facilitating liquefied natural gas exports and ending the export ban on crude oil altogether. These will have geopolitical consequences that will benefit the entire planet. And we've passed big bills like the Farm Bill and smaller but impactful bills like occupational licensing reform and legislation that improved trade between Mexico and Canada. And then came Hurricane Harvey, the most extreme rain event in our nation's history. It hit the Texas Gulf Coast, and then we had the job after recoveries were undertaken. We had the monumental task of putting together significant disaster relief for Texas as part of a larger disaster relief package that benefited many parts of the nation. Our job still isn't over, but by linking arms together, the Texas delegation, what we call Team Texas, worked with Governor Abbott and other state and local leaders to get them what we needed from the federal government so that people could begin to put their lives back together.
All right, everybody, we've been listening to Senator John Cornyn from Texas speaking on the Senate floor, but our very own Ron Hoon is here. Ron, happy to have you. Happy Hump Day, Wednesday.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. It feels like it's just flying by. Before you know it, Christmas is going to be here. A lot of people are thinking, I better start getting shopping on my list.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten it done yet. I have one person left to shop for. I'm not going to say who it is because she watches the show, so I don't want to let her know that I still have her left.
Oh, right. Wow, so that means you've already purchased for me?
Yeah, absolutely. What
I don't even have anything. Oh, you know, you can never go wrong with gift cards. It was funny. I was in front of a big grocery store in Mesa yesterday, and I knew I needed to get some gift cards for some family members. I won't say who, but I had to call my wife and say, so, honey, what? So, like, what amount? You know, of course, she's thinking like 3 times more than I was thinking.
You're probably thinking like 25.
Right. And I just wanted to get it, I'll just say, at like a burger joint. And she's like, no, it needs to come from this store and that store. So Anyway, I did my gift card shopping yesterday.
Yeah. I've already done a little bit of that too. Well, it's funny that you bring up Mesa. It's no secret that we're both Mesa residents. We're
Correct.
pretty much neighbors.
Yep.
And the reason I
By the way,
it,
have you ever said, so you went to Westwood High School?
Yes,
have you told the audience about that?
I went to Westwood High School. Now they know.
Okay, good. Yeah.
All right, so the reason I'm mentioning Mesa and I'm bringing it up is because they've been doing a lot of these community outreach events lately.
Yes.
They have had Coffee with a Cop. Today they have Custard with a Cop. And I believe the place is called Andy's. It's like popping up around the valley. There's a couple locations now in Mesa.
Andy's, okay.
Yeah. And so it's kind of like one of those old-timey, like, you know, Custard, kind of like looking like a drive-through, like old school businesses.
Oh, okay,
and so,
good.
But my point, so that's their tweet from today saying that they're going to be doing it. But, and they sent us these pictures and videos about community events that they're having. But I actually went to Coffee with a Cop that they had about a week and a half ago.
Did you really? Good for you. Okay.
And it was really interesting because it was at a coffee shop in a grocery store.
Okay.
And it was just come, you know, get some free donut holes and some coffee.
Okay.
And there was plenty of officers just walking around, just kind of chatting with everybody up.
Yes.
Whether it's, you know, kids who want to join the police force or just anybody who has any questions about what Mesa PD does, how they do it, like non-emergency phone number lines. They passed out these little pamphlets with information. And I have been particularly paying attention to events such as these because, you know, Mesa PD hasn't been getting the best press lately.
Well, yeah, I mean, there have been some instances where they made the news for negative purposes, and body cam video is going to be more and more prominent in the coming years. And it is interesting. I mean, I'm sure when there are negative stories that are covered, I mean, we're going to cover the news whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there probably are plenty of, and it's not just police, it could be any type of organization that looks and says, well, let's just kind of weather the storm. But it's interesting. They obviously came up with a different strategy to say, you know what, we need to do some community outreach and not just with the media, but with the people that we serve where we can actually have some interaction.
Absolutely.
Because you know, I will just say many, many years ago, goodness, I bet it was at least 15 years ago, I emceed the annual awards banquet for, I've done this once for Mesa Police and I've done it one time for Mesa Fire. And you just hear so many stories of life-saving efforts that are made on the part of firefighters or that are made on the part of police officers that for whatever reason never made the news.
Right, the good stories.
They don't send out a press release every time there's an officer does something good of a life-saving nature. A lot of times there's no indication they want to toot their own horn about it anyway. But as I sat there at this awards dinner so many years ago, I thought, there's so many stories that never get out there.
Right.
The negative ones, they always do. And I mean, that's the purpose of a free press, right? You cover the good news, you cover the bad news. But I got to give them a lot of credit. So Coffee with a Cop went well. That's a direct 5-star review from Pilar. But the whole thing is now Custard with a Cop.
Yep.
So that sounds really brilliant.
And Mesa PD did send us a statement this morning that read, quote, all of these events give us an opportunity to spend quality time with our community members and allows us to work with community partners like local churches, schools, and businesses. We wish everyone a safe and happy holiday, end quote.
Wonderful.
Right?
Really wonderful.
Just one of those little feel-good things.
It is funny. So I was at the checkout stand at this same grocery store, and I'm talking to the checkout stand lady. By the way, she's on my Instagram stories. Her name is Gloria, and she was sweet as could be. She was all decked out in her Christmas garb, you know.
Yeah.
And she was saying, I didn't know. I wasn't sure about moving out to this part of town. She had lived in a different part of the valley. She said, but I love it out here. And I said, it is true that Mesa is a big city of about 500,000 people.
Yep.
And there's still kind of a little bit more of a laid-back attitude out there.
Yeah,
don't you think?
It's so hard for me to explain it because, you know, I lived in Texas for 5 years and everybody always asks, where are you from? And my general response is Phoenix because it's the valley, you know. But then those who want to get more particular, they're like, well, you grew up right in Phoenix proper. And I say, no, I grew up in Mesa. And they're like, well, tell me about Mesa. And I'm like, Mesa's huge. Mesa has more than 20 freeway exits off the 60 alone. And so
that's a good way to put it. I never thought of that.
Masons watching, we know there's a lot of us out there. And
do you know that if Phoenix didn't even exist and Mesa was the large city with the rest of the metro area, but not Phoenix, we would still be a top 40 metro area in the U.S. So yeah, I mean, it's great. It's Pilar and I both love living out there. My kids went to Mountain View, you're Westwood, so we got a lot of Mesa covered just between those two schools.
I heard landmass-wise, Mesa is the 5th largest city in the U.S.
Ooh, I believe that. You know why, Pilar? Back in the 80s, so I started here at this TV station back in the 80s, and I remember when we ran the story that the city of Mesa had decided to run their city limits, which normally was from about the Superstition north up to the Dry Salt Riverbed.
Yeah.
And they had made this decision they were going to run their city limits all the way down Power Road to about the Santan Mountains. And I thought, are they nuts? What, do you think people are going to live all the way out there someday? Well, now you've got the #2 airport in the metro area. The Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport is right out there.
ASU Polytech?
Correct. There are 2 humongous housing developments that went out in that area.
Off Ellsworth.
Yes, around not far from Gateway. One was called Eastmark. There's another one, and then I just saw a story here just a couple of weeks ago that they're going to build a Kierland Commons style of living in Mesa, right next to, or not right next to, but within, say, a quarter of a mile of the whole corridor where the airport is.
Yeah.
That's going to be the boom area for jobs, restaurants, and more urban living apartments, that kind of thing. So they got a lot going on.
Yeah, that's considered the Southeast Valley. And the whole Queen Creek and Santan Valley area
just
has
merging,
just completely blown up. I know. I tell everybody, I remember the days growing up here in the valley where you would drive from city to city and there would be like distance, like empty land, like between all of them. And now you're just on the streets and the street colors just change, like colors from green to brown to blue, and that's how you know you're in a different city, because it all just kind of blends.
You know, actually, I'll just mention real quick, one of the organizations I follow on Instagram. By the way, I'm HoonerFox10 on Instagram. Come on over and chat with me. I love to hang out with you on Insta. But is City of Phoenix AZ. And they had, talk about the old days, they posted last night, this is so cool, the story, because I've passed this story along, a lot of people don't know it. When Ray Kroc was starting McDonald's and he went out to San Bernardino to see the original McDonald's, he said, this idea could work anywhere. Well, the very first, it was either the first one or the second one, I guess it's the very first franchise that ever opened up, is in Phoenix at Central and Indian School Road, and somehow they found an old black and white picture of it.
Oh, wow.
And so it's really cool when you think about, and that goes all the way back to like the 50s.
Yeah.
But we have some amazing history here. Even though we're a young and booming city, we still have some really cool.
It's hard to find natives like myself.
Yeah.
All right, Ron, thanks for joining us. We're going to take a live look now at the big board, Dow Jones Industrial.
Whoa.
How stocks are doing. Looking good for today. Plenty of green.
Yeah, well, give it time.
All right. More news now is just moments away, everyone.